Hey guys, it's me, Parker. Welcome to my channel. Couple things. I'm not dating my readings anymore because it's unrealistic for me to have them out every single Monday. Actually, Sunday is my ideal. It's just not realistic for me right now at this point in my life. Yeah, so, and anyways, energy's not linear, so, this could resonate and be your energy that I'm literally picking up on 2 years from now. Who knows? Also, I don't know what sign I'm doing yet. I'm gonna shuffle my Rider-Waite deck a little bit and see what major arcana wants to come out. I'm kind of feeling Cancer, but mostly just because I just did the Libra reading and there's like so much Cancerian energy and I was like, should I do a Cancer reading? And I was like, I don't know. I'll just shuffle the deck and see what comes out. So I hope you guys are doing well. Having a good Sunday. The Lovers, Gemini. Okay. Alright. Let's get some animal oracles for my Geminis. Last reading, the Tattoo Tarot wanted to lead, which was weird. I was like, no, I want to use my animal oracle deck that I've barely done any readings with. And the deck is like... feminine lunar energy, nice. Geminis. One more. Unicorn almost wanted to come out. Let's see if that comes out. I love that card. It's so pretty. The description's amazing too. It's all about like the third eye perceiving magic. It's so cool. Ooh, butterfly. I love that. That's the underlying energy. What just came out? Whoa! Holy shit. Okay, this reading might be intense. Woof. Oof, that's a lot of powerful energy there. Just saying, Geminis. This is like it's like an energy purification. Oh, what reading was that? Scorpio, not last week. I didn't upload weeklies last week, but Scorpio had this combination. The week before last came out together like this. It's kind of a rare energy. This is crazy energy, to be honest, you guys. Hopefully I can keep this to one part. If I have to, I'll do two. This is an energy purification. The vulture is a scavenger energy, but in the sense that it's like an underworld energy. The vulture goes in and picks the bones clean so they can bleach in the sun, right? Like, think of a vulture, like, it goes in and eats what the other animals will not, leaving nothing to waste. And there, with that vulture energy, there's a sense of purification and cleansing, not just devouring or scavenging. That's true, but it's scavenging and devouring, like, old energy that doesn't serve us anymore. It's a purification, right? So very potent air energy there. Panther, this is a purging energy. It's kind of like, oh wow, I just got the coolest message off this. So the Panther energy in this reading is like pulling out negative or shadow energy or just energy that needs to be cleansed through this vulture process. This is a purging energy, right? It can be very uncomfortable, transformative energy, kind of like Death in the Tower together. They call it in this deck annihilation. But it's a purging energy, and with this combination, I'm actually feeling like the Panther, like, pulling energy that needs to be stripped away or purified through this vulture process, and then the vulture's coming in and cleaning it up, like purifying it. It's very fucking cool reading, energy in this reading so far. And then there's like the crocodile, which the crocodile is like a cooling down energy. See how he is like kind of watching this process. This could be spirit, but I'm kind of, because this energy, I mean, it all could be relating to someone around you. I could be picking up on someone close to you's energy here, but For the sake of my fucking sanity, I'm going to say that this is you guys experiencing this energy cleansing. It probably is you guys, because this whole reading is like massively transformational. I haven't even got to the butterfly yet. Wow. But I'm seeing that this is like a watching and waiting energy. Can be planning, but it can also just be resting. I see you guys resting with this crocodile energy, is kind of like allowing this, kind of like watching this play out. This panther is again purging, pulling out energy that needs to be stripped away. So this could be very cyclical for you this week. That's fire. Venus did just move into Leo, so we are dealing with fire cat energy specifically this week. Again, time's not linear, so take this if it resonates in the far into the future if you have to. Wow, that's crazy. I can feel the panther like pulling energy away, and the vulture's like getting rid of it. And this crocodile cooling down, resting, waiting for this process to be over so he can move back up onto land. After this process is over, and then that's that purification. Okay, so that's a little bit more specific on what this purification process might be for you, because the moth is it's like an energy, it's like, I'm hearing frantic, but it truly is. Like, think of a moth and it's like, bah, 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 like, it like hits its fucking face off lights all the time, right? Moth to a flame. Just saying, with that panther energy, I see you guys moving into this process, like just sitting in it, like moving into it, right? Like the moth, and then you have this, and then remember how I said that the crocodile is just waiting to move up onto land, right? This is taking flight. This is air energy. This is definitely you guys or whoever I'm tapping into around you. They're taking this crocodile, and they're like they were, like, that's so crazy. Transforming from a moth to a butterfly. That's like definitely what I'm gonna name this fucking this fucking reading. But isn't it funny, because the moth was very much so down here in the dark, right? This crocodile is like sitting now in this process in the dark, but in the water too, right? Like, he is one of the animals in this deck that is like transmigratory between water and land. But this is the water element. So we have all the elements here, actually, other than earth. We do have earth with wolf. Just powerful leadership energy too, with lion. I'm not going to get too into that because this is already super intense and it's probably going to be 2 parts already. But this moth, it's like a grass is greener, always looking for like a moth to a flame, right? But in this energy, in Kim Kranz's description, the moth never really finds the flame. Like, it's just always looking for a new flame. It's like the grass is greener on the other side. Very frantic, flittery energy, but not knowing. Like, the butterfly indicates a sense of purpose. The moth has no purpose in this energy. It's very frantic and flittery, not in like a fun Gemini, flirty, having fun sense, but like a very lost sense. But with this crocodile, it's kind of like, okay, like, the crocodile is like acknowledges that there's a need to sit and collect energy, like collect healing. Like, I'm just seeing it as a very sitting in this healing, this crazy ass panther vulture energy, right? And what did I say? Moving up onto land from the water, so like a lot of heart space healing indicative with this card. And then the butterfly like moves up onto land and it takes flight right after this vulture energy. And I think I said something about the vulture taking flight too. That's so funny. Moth and butterfly, though, that's such a cool combination. But see, the butterfly's in the light now, and this is a lot of healing energy, and all the cards look the same, right? So we have this moth before this crazy ass transformational energy in the dark, moving to the light, but never really finding it. Always looking for the light. And then the crocodile is like sitting in this energy, allowing yourself to find what the light is to you, and then having that knowing, that transformation, and calmly, I just heard calmly, Peacefully, that's the word. And sailing off as the butterfly in the light. It's the only really light card in this deck, in this series of cards here. That's fucking crazy. Okay. So I just see and again, for my sanity, it's you, but it could be someone around you. I just see the crocodiles watching this process. So let's get right into this Panther Vulture energy. There's not actually a lot that has come out because I might not even clarify this. And the moth to the butterfly on the heels of this transformation is very self-explanatory, even just visually, like through the imagery. Like, this is a very intuitive reading for sure. But I feel like there's a lot to unpack here with this energy, so we'll see. I may clarify the moth as well. You know what? Let's clarify the moth and the butterfly. Just because there isn't a lot that came out, and that's such crazy. I love unpacking energy like this, like a moth to a butterfly. Spirit, are you fucking kidding me? That's crazy. I love it. All right, the moth. Why so restless? Why so restless? Nine of Cups, personal contentment and fulfillment. Why the moth? Why so restless? One more shuffle. Queen of Cups, very emotional. The moth, please. Why the moth before this transformation? Oh, there's too many. So many. The ones that flipped upright, I'm going to take them because there's only 3. Oh my god. Okay. This is looking for, like, okay, here's that moth energy, right? Here's that moth energy, and the Page of Swords can be very much like the moth energy. It's swords, but it's also a page. It's like new ideas, new curiosities, fascinations. It can be a card of like figuring something out or spying, even like looking at something, right? And I just see this as that moth energy. You know, pages aren't super well developed. Typically they refer to like communication or like an olive branch or like an age difference or a new idea. You know, and with they're not super mature and stable like the kings and the emperor and the empress are, right? Even queens, but they can be immature and flighty like the moth, big time. But there's this new beginning in soul contracts. So I'm curious to clarify this. That, you know, I did a reading for, was it Libra? I can't remember. Oh, I think it was Libra. It was called A Lesson in Worth. And the moth was constantly kind of flitting around from relationship to relationship in search of his pearl. Kind of giving me vibes like that, but I mean, kind of similar, but with that vulture panther energy, like that can feel like a strip, like a sucking away of energy. It's like all very spirit heavy. I won't be surprised if spirit comes out with that. If it's all like that's like just feels purely energetic, but it could be a tower moment too. Yeah, because this is like new beginnings, planting seeds. This is like soul connections. Doesn't have to be love. It can be friends, can be family, can be work relationships, can be your dog. We have shit tons of soulmates. So maybe just looking everywhere for that with that Page of Swords and moth energy, right? Again, in that reading, there was a message of like the moth needs to understand that comes from within. You know, before they'll ever find happiness. And with that butterfly, again, that sense of knowing, that contentment within, but it could be also like just a purely energetic thing. Why the Ace of Pentacles with the Two of Cups? Could be holding on to an idea, a family ideal. We have like very held back, holding on energy on the bottom with a lot of family. 10 of Pentacles, stable home shared with others, like in a family. It is a family card. Son of Cups, culmination of cycles within families and contentment. Empress, she is the divine womb, the divine feminine. So with that Page of Swords, that is an ideas energy. So with this flitting around energy, it's like holding on really tightly to, ideas of family, what that's supposed to look like with that Page of Swords energy. Um, yeah, we're being held back. We'll see, we'll clarify. That's just the underlying energy. Very family heavy. Wolf can be family heavy too. This could all be soul tribe again with that soul contract, like soul connections, because this is like a pack, but like the leader of the pack energy. Yeah, interesting. There's that Two of Cups again. Why is the Moth the Page of Swords regarding the Ace of Pentacles and the Two of Cups? King of Cups, very emotional. Oh, Five of Cups, or Five of Pentacles though. When we hang on to something super desperately, like the idea of something, or we hold ourselves back from what we should be going towards, it does lead to the Five of Pentacles, which I just saw, which is like a lack energy. Like, it's like Murphy's Law. It's like the one thing you don't want to happen is the thing that happens, right? It's like because you're like focused so intensely on your idea of something that what it actually is can't come in because it's not, or you won't even see it. It's just very Four of Cups energy because it's not how you perceived it, right? I'm just getting like a perception strip away here, but like very energetic. We'll see. I haven't even clarified that yet. Ace of Pentacles with the Two of Cups. Whoa, ooh, focus, 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 focus. With this, so I'm picking up on two storylines here. With this, it's like focus, a lot of focus. A lot of focus with that Page of Swords, again focusing on like hanging on to ideas that no longer serve you big time for some of you, but this is also a card of hard work. So for some of you, again, you're looking for something potentially that fits your mold here of to put the work into, right? Like the right one. That's totally right what that is, but yeah, the Eight of, that's a lot of hard work and a lot of focus right there. Hard work. But the Moth's not a hardworking energy. It's not. It doesn't stick around, right? Its grass is always greener, right? So, and this, you might want to go watch the Libra reading because the one I did before this one was the Libra reading. And lately I've been having, and that was weeks ago. Like, I've done so many readings since then, but lately I've been having this weird thing where like there's plays on different energies at the same time when I go to do my readings, even if they're sometimes like 4 days apart. And in that lesson in worth, it is giving me similar vibes. Again, of course, because that Moth came out, this feels a lot more underworld, but it could be a major progression of that energy because it's kind of feeling a little bit similar, especially with that Empress coming out. But again, the Moth doesn't put work in. It's the grass is greener, right? So again, looking for something to put that work into and have it mature to the 10. Or not like with the focus, it's like focus on this and this and this and this and this and this and this, right? Hanging on to ideas and it's like not actually putting in the work, right? Anything more about this Moth before we move to this crazy ass underworld energy that's so fucking cool? Page of Swords. In another reading this week, ooh, Justice. Some of you are dealing with a Libra, just saying. Justice. The Moth is a very unbalanced energy. Justice is truth and balance, so seeking that for sure, or needing it. Page of Swords. So I don't know that we're gonna. I don't think we're gonna get much more for this. This Moth energy. I would go and watch that Libra reading. I'm pretty sure it was Libra. It was definitely called A Lesson in Worth for sure. Yeah, in one of the readings, like the week before last week, this kept coming out, and I kept hearing that meme where it's like, "Would you just look at it?" Right? So some of you needing to reframe, and I just heard that again, which is funny because like I've heard that once or twice before for this card, but lately it's like it's kind of the card of would you just look at it? It's like either needing to like sit down, like the crocodile sits and waits and collects. energy, or like collects like his it's like a resting energy, right? So, he's again, I'm just seeing it as him like watching, like waiting in this, like holding this energy in place kind of, but he's looking at it. So this could be reframing ideas for sure with that justice energy, again, or like looking for what to put work into, right? Moth, and looking and looking and looking and looking, and for some of you it's like that Four of Cups energy where you're not seeing it, right? Because the very stable King of Pentacles energy, because the Moth is very unstable energy. It's very like, it's always flitting around the next thing. Tower. Just as I'm going to start clarifying the Vulture Panther. This reading is so cool. Okay, Vulture Panther. Panther. I name you Panther. Okay. Seven of Wands. Ooh. Defensive, guarded. It can be defending your victory again, though. I think that's what's being stripped away here, right? That's what this Vulture Panther energy is stripping away. Oh, I just felt heat like everywhere. Oof, hot. On that note, I did a reading yesterday, and there was heat moving through my heart chakra, and it was like coming out my back, and then like just now I felt like heat, like, through my face, and there's this Queen of Wands energy, and the Panther's fire as well. So I'm just saying, like, rose quartz might help you, just because, woof, that felt so similar to what I had yesterday, but like that could be a throat chakra thing too. Just saying with this, like, oh, I don't know. That was weird. Heat, hot. Fire, more fire. Seven of Wands. Again, that's what's being like picked, like pulled out of the situation. This is defending, defensive. It can be defending victory, but with that ideas energy, like the hanging on, that Four of Pentacles, it's like hanging on to or defending outdated ways of being, or just being very like guarded. Like the Moth too, like, it's a very fanciful card. It's like the grass is always greener, right? So I'm curious to see why that, because look, he's like defending himself, and there's fucking no one there in that card, like, so let's see what else has kind of come out with the Vulture Panther energy. But yeah, it's like a defensive or defending energy. Oh, okay, Queen of Swords. Some loss on the bottom. Again, some of you are dealing with the Libra. That Justice card is still on the bottom here. There is a cycle here with that Ace of Pentacles trying to take root here for sure. This is just that being cutting away. This is like you guys and your feminine. So you may, a moth is quite vulnerable compared to like a butterfly, right? Like it flies at nighttime and it's quite dumb, honestly. Not saying you guys are dumb. I'm just saying compared to a butterfly, like the moth energy is unstable and frantic and kind of like this, like, and there's not even anyone there. Like, definitely doesn't have the sense of clarity that the butterfly has, but the Queen of Swords is clarity and communication and truth, understanding truth. It also cuts away with that sword. So I see you guys in quite a receptive state here. The feminine receives, and we have masculine and feminine within all of us. The feminine kind of receives energy, receives on that flow, and then the masculine gives it and like protects the feminine holding it, like nurturing it, right? Very receptive energy in this stripping away process, or that's just you in this process, like receiving this healing and kind of sitting in it, maybe being defensive to it at first, because that's pretty intense energy. With this, looking at it, energy too, there's that Queen of Wands again. This is loss and grief and sadness, and Oh my gosh. Okay, in that other Libra reading, there was also a message about meaninglessness. And the moth um goes from pearl to pearl in that reading. Oh, I'm getting like pain all through my masculine side now. Just saying, sitting in this receptive state, I really feel like you're getting in tune with your masculine energy here, and it's, it's having to look at this loss. Again, the moth to a flame, with energy of like just being kind of trivial, or like that flitting around energy is like do, like that's very easy, but this is not. Becoming the butterfly is not fucking easy. It's really not. It's hard. It's a lot of work. That's why the crocodile has to rest when he's in this position, in this healing. Because that's what's being pulled out for you guys to look at and cut away here. And I think you guys are going to be very reluctant to look at this loss. Look at this loss. This is, it can be crying over spilled milk. There is that Two of Cups in the background that he's not seeing. So again, with that, would you just look at it energy, there is for some of you, this need to put work into something big time. But for some of you, this is also just generally clearing out this energy of being defensive or guarded or wishy-washy. Just flittering around all the time, just ignoring these feelings. And with this sitting in it, like the crocodile sits and sits in it. Actually, I might even read that card because this is going to be a two-parter. But it's forcing you guys to look at this loss here. So we'll clarify what that loss is. Again, there is that Two of Cups that we saw in the other card. So again,